Twilight Symphony. The city choked on twilight, a perpetual dusk, thick with smog and the stench of decay. Above the sky bled a bruised purple, crisscrossed by monstrous skyscrapers, their neon signs like the leering eyes of predatory beasts. This was not a city for the faint of heart. This was purgatory, where angels fell from grace and demons walked among men. The air hummed with a discordant symphony, the screech of tires on asphalt, the guttural roar of engines, the mournful wail of a distant siren. It was a symphony of sin, a testament to the city's descent into chaos. Here even the whispers carried the weight of damnation. And tonight, the music was about to get louder. Fallen idols. He perched on the edge of the rooftop, his shadow a grotesque silhouette against the dying light. Once his wings had been the purest white, a symbol of hope and divine grace. Now they were tattered and stained, as black as the city he haunted. He was Azrael, a fallen angel, a warrior cast down for daring to defy heaven's decree. His eyes, once filled with celestial light, now burned with a cold, hard fury. He clutched a guitar case in his hand, the worn leather cool against his calloused fingers. It held more than just an instrument. It held his only solace, his only weapon against the encroaching darkness. He was a warrior without a cause, a fallen idol seeking redemption in the heart of hell on earth. Sermon of Shadows. Across the chasm of the city, in a cathedral swallowed by shadows, another figure moved, Lilith. Once the first woman, now a creature of seductive darkness, her beauty was a weapon sharp and lethal. Her eyes, shimmering pools of liquid obsidian, held ancient secrets and unfathomable desires. She moved with a serpentine grace, her scarlet gown swirling around her like spilled blood. In her hand she held a microphone, its silver glinting ominously in the flickering candlelight. Tonight she would preach a different kind of sermon, one that promised power and pleasure, a sermon that whispered of rebellion against the tyranny of heaven and hell. The Devil's Chord. Azrael's fingers danced across the fretboard of his guitar, plucking out a melody both haunting and beautiful. It was a song born of pain and loss, a lament for a world teetering on the brink of oblivion. Each note resonated with raw power, a testament to his rage against the heavens that had forsaken him. The music spilled out into the night, weaving its way through the concrete jungle, a beacon of defiance in the suffocating darkness. It was a challenge, an invitation and a warning, a promise that even in the depths of despair, hope could rise from the ashes. Wings of iron, heart of fire. Lilith raised her microphone, her voice a silken whisper that cut through the shadows like a blade. "Welcome, children of the night," she purred, her words dripping with a seductive venom. "Tonight we celebrate our freedom. Tonight we dance on the edge of oblivion." The crowd roared its approval, a cacophony of demonic growls and the excited shouts of fallen angels. They were a motley crew, these denizens of the night, demons with eyes like burning coals, angels with wings of iron and leather, their faces twisted by a shared sense of rebellion. The abandoned theatre was a haven for the lost and the damned, its once grand interior now a testament to decay and debauchery. Graffiti covered the walls, a riot of colour against the peeling paint. The air was thick with the scent of sweat, cheap booze, and something darker, more primal. On the stage, bathed in the harsh glare of the spotlight, Azrael unleashed a torrent of sound. His guitar wailed, a tortured scream that echoed the turmoil in his soul. This was his sanctuary, his confessional, his battleground. Here, in the heart of the city's darkness, he waged war against his demons and prayed for redemption. Lilith watched from the shadows, her eyes gleaming with a predatory hunger. She felt the raw power in Azrael's music, a power that resonated with her own dark desires. She craved that power, craved the chaos it could unleash. The music swelled, building to a crescendo, a symphony of the damned. The crowd surged forward, a sea of writhing bodies caught in the grip of the music's intoxicating power. It was a dangerous game they played, a dance on the edge of a knife, fueled by desperation and a shared hunger for something more. Their eyes met across the chasm of the crowd, a clash of light and darkness. In that moment, the music seemed to fade, the world shrinking until there was only him and her, two fallen angels, forever bound by their shared rebellion, their past, their pain, their regrets. All of it seemed to melt away, leaving only the raw, primal connection that pulsed between them. It was a bridge built of broken halos and shattered dreams, a fragile link across a gulf of despair. The music reached its climax, a final desperate cry that tore through the night. Then, silence. The crowd erupted, their cheers a deafening roar that shook the very foundations of the theatre. But Azrael felt no triumph, only a bone-deep weariness. He had poured his heart and soul into his music, but it felt like a hollow victory. He was still lost, still searching for a reason to keep fighting. And somewhere in the darkness, he could feel Lilith's gaze upon him, a promise and a threat all rolled into one. The battle was far from over. This was just the beginning.